Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, Crypto Miners family. My name is Mikasa Ackerman, and sorry for the technical issues. We're going to be having an AMA with Shiba World Cup, and Shi- Shiba World Cup actually has a huge community, a lot of marketing, sex testing, and a real business behind the project. Please, if you from the Shiba World Cup team, if you're from the Shiba
Hello,
World
hello,
Cup
hello,
team,
hello, hello. Yes, 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 I can hear you. Yes, hi, I'm here.
hi, Overall. How you doing, man? Great to hear you.
Good, 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 good. Been a crazy weekend. I'm in Barcelona at the moment. Was meeting with the German community here yesterday. So yeah, moving, moving, moving. I can't hear you, man. You seem to be gone. All right, guys. In the meanwhile, probably I can make a small announcement. Nico Dominguez was cheering to us today. It's a football player from Bologna, from the Italian league. So quite nice. Very happy to have him with us.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Glitches on Twitter Space. All right. I was actually asking you, Provo, how's Barcelona today? Said you had a busy day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Barcelona is amazing as always. Yeah, yesterday was a busy day. Met with the German community here. Yeah, with the community heads. So yeah, made a plan, and yeah, I mean we are executing.
Okay. So without further ado, we're actually already recording. So let's get to the main business of the day. We're here to talk
Sure.
about. Trevor is going to introduce us about the Shiba World Cup project. He has a very huge community. Lots of marketing, sex listing, and real business behind the project. They have the utility token with a great staking and giving rewards in BNB from the business with an APR of up to 100%. A very strong team with professionals in all the fields, handicappers, developers, and business. It came in the very right time because the World Cup is actually about to take off. The project has great feature and space to grow. A lot of new utilities for the token this week, and as the team promises, more to come. We're going to be discussing all this in details in this spaces, and I think Trevor will be more than happy to discuss them with us, wouldn't you?
Sure, sure, sure. I mean, you made a very nice introduction. The project is a sports betting fund where people can invest money and the professionals will be betting for you. So, yeah, eliminating all the emotions and just facing the facts, making the right decisions and making the most out of it, basically. You're absolutely correct. We are paying our rewards in BNBs. I think it's quite unique. There are not many, yeah, if at all, projects in the space who do that. But yeah, this is our road, and it's working. For so far, we have paid out 77 BNBs, and we still have a fairly low volume. So tomorrow we have the listing on L Bank, and yeah, we hope to move up with our volumes, and then of course everybody will be participating even more. The 77 BNBs were paid out over a period of time of 10 days, and we had an average trading volume of yeah 100 to 200K per day. So let's imagine that we will go up 10x on volume. I mean, I'm not saying on price, I'm saying on volume. So the rewards will also go up 10x. And yeah, then we are facing serious numbers already.
All right, Trevor. It's actually great to hear that. So I'm going to be asking the questions. It's going to be
Sure.
like a discussion interview. So you'll be answering the questions, directly so that we're going to enjoy most of the AMA. So I wanted to ask him, could you give us an overview of your team, and you yourself, your team, and your experience in the crypto space?
Sure. Well, I'm a crypto investor since 2017. I first started to mine, then I moved on to yeah, just simply buying the tokens. Yeah, I had a crazy ride in 2017, and yeah, crypto. I couldn't let go crypto. I mean, it was once it comes into your life, it stays with you forever, I believe. And well, I was always a fan of sports, and back in the days in 2013, I was invested in a hedge fund for sports betting. And I wasn't quite impressed with the performance because they were only paying out 16% on an annual basis. And my betting performance back then was already, somewhere around 20, slightly more than 20. So, I thought, well, why not doing something, similar in the crypto space? So bringing this utility, this real life utility, because as you know, I mean, sports space are taking place every day. Sports is being played all around the world. It doesn't matter if there is an economic crisis, if there is a political crisis, sporting events are constantly taking place. So, I thought, well, why not bringing it on chain? Why not combining the transparency of crypto and this amazing experience that I have, that my team has. The team is we have 10 guys in Spain who are constantly working on the smart contract itself. Then of course there is the marketing team in Germany, and we have the tipsters, we have the watchers, and we have the math analysts. Altogether we are something like 27, 28 people by now. And of course, constantly moving and constantly growing.
Oh wow, well, that's actually quite great to know. You made mention of something that caught my attention. The timing of the project and all. I'd like you to talk about the project in itself. Could you explain the Shiba World Cup project to us, to the community, and how is it beneficial for the team, the investors, and the community itself? Prof, are you there?
You were gone, man. Please repeat one more time what you were about to say.
Okay, so I was asking now, you've made your introduction, you look like you have quite capable hands behind the project. Could you tell us about the Shiba World Cup? Maybe give us a dynamic overview of the Shiba World Cup and its dynamics and how it's beneficial to the project, the team, and its investors.
Sure. The thing is that we have 1 billion total supply of the tokens, and the mechanism is set in a way, so the smart contract and the tokenomics are set in a way that every time we win, we are going to burn 50% of the profits. 30% of the profits are going to grow the bet fund itself, 10% is going for the team, and 10% is going for the holders. So everyone who's not holding but who is staking with us, they're receiving rewards from staking, from us winning. Also, people who are staking are receiving rewards from the sales tax. So we have a 10% sales tax, 8% is going to the treasury of the bet fund, and 2% is getting distributed over the people in staking. Right now we have 330 million token in staking, roughly 486 people, I believe. We are now around 3,000 holders, slightly more than that. And the greatest benefit for the actual investor is that we are sharing our rewards in BNBs, and of course we're also burning. So as I said, every time we burn, we diminish the supply of the token. We only have 1 billion tokens around, so it's not too much. And by now there are something like 2.3 million in burn. So we already burned roughly 0.2% of the total supply, and we just have started. So we will be constantly burning, and people will be constantly receiving rewards in BNBs.
Oh, wow, that's actually cool. Okay, so something actually caught my attention on your website. You actually made mention of the fact that there are pros so good that many sports books won't even take their stakes. Could you explain? Is there some dynamic behind this? Are there already people that are actually engrossed in this game, that are actually professional at what they do?
Yes, I mean, look, it's like this. So on the one hand side, we have the tipsters. Those are the people who are tipping. They're professional in placing bets. Then we have the so-called watchers. Watchers are the guys who are sitting in front of TV screens at 10 at a time simultaneously. They are taking notes. Who is playing, who is injured, what is the mood of the crowd in the stadium, what is the weather like. So all those soft factors, we call it qualitative analysis. And then we have the quantitative analysis, where the mass guys are doing are making the predictions, calculating the probabilities, and yeah, in order for us to place the bets right. And yeah, this is how the whole system is working basically.
Oh wow, sounds good, sounds good. So they are the pros, they are actually the watchers. And now you actually made mention of the fact that 50% of the pre-sale will be used to grow the fund. You already explained how these rewards will be given in BNB, and you already explained how it's going to be balanced. Now the next thing that caught my attention was the fact that earnings from the week plays will be reinvested into the funds as well as used to buy back and bond Shiba World Cup tokens. Now, you already explained this buyback and bond concept. So, what differentiates the pros that are actually in the game from those who just, heard about the Shiba World Cup token? What's the fastest way they could actually make this profit happen?
Well, the fastest way to make this profits happen is by us going to L Bank tomorrow and also moving on to Bitmart a few days later and creating proper volume. Yeah, so this is the one thing, because there we will have 5% buy tax and 5% sale tax, and also from each of the taxes, those who are in stake will receive 1% each. Yeah, so 1% from buying, 1% from selling, 4% is again going to the treasuries. So this is a way, of course, of participating in the profits, and then it's us betting, it's us placing the bets, it's us winning, it's our betting performance that's quite positive, and yeah, as I said, sharing the rewards with those who are invested in staking, and of course taking 50% of the profits and buying back the token in order to burn it.
Okay, sounds good. I get I get the jerk of the entire orientation about the project. It's about why you aimed it to seasonal event. Can you assure us that even after the World Cup is over, there are other big football events actually happening. We have the Premier League, we have the Champions League. So are you going to be pivoting into this? Why did you specifically choose the World Cup?
See, the thing is that the name was chosen wisely, yeah, because everybody knows Shiba, and Shiba is always, yeah, I mean, it's always creating a lot of attention. Yeah, it raises attention right away. Then we have the World Cup right around the corner, and we thought, well, why not combine both things together and creating the Shiba World Cup. The Shiba World Cup will not end after the World Cup, of course. The World Cup is just the kickoff for us. It's just we're just starting with the World Cup, yeah, because we thought, well, it might be a very good point in time because everybody will be talking about football. Yes, football will be on everybody's screens, yeah. When the World Cup ends, yeah, well, we will be placing bets all over football, in all different football leagues in the world. I mean, of course, it will be the Champions League, it will be the Premier League, it will be the Bundesliga, the La Liga, Serie A, basically everywhere. Yeah, but not only in those Premier Leagues. We're also going to be placing bets in the second division, in the third division, and yeah, in many different countries. So it won't only be Europe; it will be South America, it will be South Africa. So wherever football is being played, we are going to place our bets.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Would you guys also be going into virtual games? This is usually the question I usually ask the guys. So would you guys be going into virtual games?
Virtual games? No, I mean, we have a real life use case. Yeah, I mean, why should we create a virtual game? I think there are a lot of other applications where people can play virtual games, and yeah, if they have the time to do that, very welcome. Yeah, I mean, we are a sports betting fund. We have a fund, yeah, in order to place bets on sporting events. And why should we go? Why should we do virtual gaming? I don't think that this is the purpose of our project, at least for now, for sure.
Well, that sounds good. That sounds I'm actually relieved to hear that. So the next
I
thing a
mean,
lot of
and
people actually
look. The thing is that,
okay,
yeah,
sure, go on.
we have a very straight focus, yeah, and we have a real life use case. Yeah, I mean, we are doing something that's been done offline already, yeah, by certain hedge funds. So we are not creating anything new. We are not inventing anything. We are not creating a crazy DeFi product with an ecosystem that nobody understands. Here, everything is very easy. Invest your money. We place the bets. You get rewards from the sales tax, like now on on Pancake Swap. If we move on to the exchanges, it will be rewards from buying and from selling, and then it's the rewards from from the bets, and it's the burning mechanism. Yeah, so it's yeah, it's pretty. Everything is pretty obvious here, I believe.
Okay, that's actually great. That's actually really great to hear. The fact that they're actually experts behind the Shiba WorldCup team that increase the probability of the winnings of the bet. So the next thing people are actually concerned about is the security of the project. We've been basically, I think in the past 2 months we've been experiencing one hack to the other. Could you give us the guarantee and assurance? Could you tell us about the security orientation of your project and how secure it is for those who will be investing their funds into it?
Look, the project is certified by Solid Proof. Solid Proof is a German company for making audits on smart contracts. The liquidity is locked for 5 years. Team tokens are locked for 1 year. So I think it's very, very straight, everything. Yeah, I mean, and the fact that we have Solid Proof auditing us and we have fulfilled all their needs. So this I think this is the best security that you can get in the end, having an audit by a German company that's specializing on smart contracts.
Wow, that's actually good. So, have you guys gotten any audits? Have you guys been audited?
Yes, audit by Solid Proof. So it's been
Okay,
audited.
sounds good. So, okay, are there plans to get any other audits from other well-known auditing firms?
Not for now, because we have the audit. The audit is valid, and why wasting more money on more audits? Yeah, I mean, everything is clear to everybody. I mean, everybody who can read the smart contract can go check the smart contract, and everything will become pretty clear to everybody. So, not, I mean, probably we will do another audit in the future, but for now we are Solid Proof approved, and what else do you need?
Wow, that's actually good. You actually made mention of the fact that you're actually transparent. The transparency is there. I mean, it's clearly done and very clear. You also made mention of upcoming weeks and stake. You talked about events to look forward to. I think you just pitched it a little bit. So is there any other high level events that will be happening that we should be anticipating?
Well, high-level events is, of course, the World Cup that's around the corner. Yeah, we will be placing bets every day on every game, and there will be various bets. What's probably important to mention about the staking is that we don't have a staking plan. We are not telling anybody to stay with us for 6 months or for 12 months or for whatever period of time. So people are free to withdraw and deposit at any time without paying any penalties or anything. The only thing that they have to pay is the gas fee from the Binance Smart Chain. But I think per execution, it's like 12 cents at the moment. So it's not even worth mentioning, I believe. Yeah. So the staking is very transparable for everybody. You can come whenever you want. You can leave whenever you want. And yeah, just receive your rewards. And keep
All
in
right,
mind
all
that
right.
33% of the total supply of the token is in stake at the moment. I think it's a very decent number.
Okay, cool, no problems. Okay, I think these are the basic questions that one asks.
Hmm.
I think you've assured a lot of people that it's safe. The mechanics of the project makes everyone benefit. Now let's talk about your community engagement. How do you connect your community to the Shiba World Cup token? What's their role? What role do they play apart from providing the hype and all that?
Well, I mean, we have, in the first place, we have a lot of communities. We have our English speaking community that's around 16,800 people in it, constantly between 1,000 and 1,500 people online and active. So it's a very viable community. Then, of course, we are growing our regional communities. Let's call it this way. Yeah? So we have a German community with very highly sophisticated investors. We have a Russian community with highly sophisticated investors, a Turkish community, a Spanish community, a Chinese community, a Vietnamese community, and all those are growing. Well, what are we doing? For instance, today, Nico Dominguez, it's a football player from Bologna, has cheered to us. So this is something where we create awareness from the community. Then what we are going to be doing during the World Cup or after the World Cup, we are going to randomly let people participate in a game where they will be able to win jerseys signed by football players. Yeah, so it's this kind of activities. Yeah, of course, the meeting people in person is always the best. Yesterday, as I said, we had a meeting with the German community heads here in Barcelona. Was super nice, and yeah, this is what we do.
My next question was just about to come from, the football players and themselves. Have you guys engaged with any, influencer level football player that, is going to, push the hype of the project forward? You already said you have a team working on that, but what's the progress report? Is it something that will be happening anytime soon?
Yes. I mean, we are constantly working on it. Me myself personally, I wasn't a big fan of that because I don't know what the utility is behind these football players, but the team liked the idea and the community likes it especially. So, well, I had to follow. And yeah, now, as I said, today Nico Dominguez was just cheering at us. Then, we will have constantly football players who will be constantly cheering to us. Yeah, talking a bit to the community and yeah, stuff like that. Yes, we are doing that.
Oh, wow, that sounds good. That sounds good. Okay. Aside from this, I think I may have mentioned it before, but I think I may need to circle back. You actually made mention of the fact that you might not really be hosting, the virtual games in themselves. And since you're, World Cup oriented, can we talk about the events that you've actually held so far? How did they go? And how much traffic would I call it traffic did they bring, towards the Shiba World Cup in itself?
Pardon, I didn't get your question. Was it on the bets or which traffic we were talking about? I didn't quite understand. I'm sorry.
Okay, the traffic, you said you just hosted an event, with your community. So how did that
Hmm.
go? And how much did it connect, the real world to, the project in itself?
Yeah, wonderful. I mean, of course it's good to be able to talk online. Yeah, but if you have the chance, the opportunity to talk to the people in person, of course it's much better. Yeah, because you can establish a relationship, a proper one. It's not just hearing a voice over voice chat or video AMA. So I think personal contacts and personal meetings are very important. I mean, in the end, it's us the humans who are making the business. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's amazing. I like people. I like to meet people in person and yeah, to establish these sorts of connections in the end.
Pavel, I really appreciate, the answers to the question so far, and it's a really wonderful project. And there are a lot of other people that have questions. I still have a few questions. I'm going to be circling back, but if you do be able to entertain questions, from the audience, they would love to ask
Hmm.
you some questions themselves.
Hmm.
All right.
Go ahead.
Please give me a second. I think I can see North here. North, I think you've been approved to speak. Please could you unmute your mic and ask your question? North,
Hello.
are you there?
Hello. Yeah. Thank you very much. So when I was going through the site, I saw that there was actually a 10% buy tax. So I want to know, is there some allocations you'll be doing with that 10% tax? Like where would it be going to? And secondly, is the tax actually like something we could adjust or it's something permanent?
Hazel, did you get
Hello,
that?
did you get that?
I didn't hear anything. No.
Okay, I think he was asking about the 10% tax. He was asking if it's an adjustable tax or is it fixed? I
No,
believe
it's a
not. That was the
fixed.
question.
It's a fixed sales tax, so we don't have a buy tax on Pancake. Once we will move on to L Bank, so from tomorrow on there will be 5% buy tax, 5% sales tax.
Okay,
And
sorry.
from that, so from the 10%, we have 8. at the moment. There are lots of projects that are promising you APIs of, I don't know, 1,000, 10,000, 30, 60,000%. But what are you getting there? I mean, you're getting minted tokens. Yeah, they're worthless. They're worth nothing. With us, we are paying the rewards in BNBs, and it's like a hard currency, I would say. I think it's very unique what we have here in that sense.
All right, Mark. I believe that answers. I will be unmuting someone now. I believe I can see Abby. Give me a second. Okay, I don't think I can find her yet. Maybe I just saw her now and I think it glitched. Give me a second to see that. Okay, let's see Anthony Soft. Anthony Soft has been approved to speak. Could you unmute yourself and ask a question?
Hello.
I can't hear anything.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you go on?
All right. My question is, based on, I'd like to know if like there will be a minimum or max taken on the games. Also, I would like to know if the games will be open. Like, I mean, all games will be open, or are you just gonna roll out a number of games to stake?
I can't hear anything. Yes, just so that you know.
Hello, am I audible?
Hello.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, Anthony. Please go on.
Okay, so I mean, is there going to be a minimum or maximum bets to stake on games? And also, are you just going to roll out a few games each day to stake on, or will there be or will all games be available?
Okay. I think I'm going to circle back and interpret this question further. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please.
Okay. I think he's asking about how the games are going to be rolled out. You know, the events. Are they going to be rolling out at once, or are they going to be rolled out sequentially as they are ready?
Look, first we are going to make our analysis, of course, yeah, and we will announce the bets beforehand, so people are free to bet alongside with us. We are working on a bot that will be constantly delivering, the bet results, and of course also the bet announcements themselves before, or during us placing the bets, basically. So it will all run simultaneously. So people will be always well aware of. What's going on with the burning, of what's going on with the betting, you just need to join the channels, and then you will be always well informed.
All right, I believe that answers your question, Anthony Soft. Now that you actually talked about events that are going to be rolling out, is there some kind of marketing strategy that you employed and deployed, so that you could actually, we already talked about the influencers and all. Can you tell us about your marketing strategy that you've used to gain traction so far? And then what countries do you think that this will be more focused on for now? Because I think there's going to be places where, based on the mentality about the betting and all that, what countries have you found out that they were quite interested in this project?
Well, in terms of marketing, I mean, we are moving the usual directions. Yeah, we are doing Twitter, we are doing Telegram, we are doing YouTube, we are making press releases. We had 4 huge billboards on the Times Square during our pre-sale. I mean, the listings are, of course, marketing itself already. We will have a trading competition on the L Bank. So for the one who will be winning, he will receive $10,000. Then, of course, I think the best marketing for the project is us paying rewards. Yeah, if people see that this is real and they're receiving BNBs for what they have invested, I think this is the best marketing, you know, because the word will spread around. Hey, there is a project. The guys are paying rewards in BNBs from sales taxes and from them making profits on the bets. There is a burn mechanism behind the project. The total supply of the token is very low. I mean, we're talking only about 1 billion, and already 0.2% got into burn. So I think these are the best marketing tools for us. Of course, we are doing the usual things like calls and AMAs and Twittering and Telegram, and then of course we have the football players. So yeah, but in the end, the best ad for us is us paying rewards, and this is happening in BNBs. For a particular country to focus on, well, I wouldn't even pick one country, you know, because the crypto space is so huge, and you never know what community will like your project next. Yeah, so I wouldn't say that we are focusing on one particular country or anything like that. We are just doing our job. We are moving the way we are moving, and we are doing it constantly on a daily basis. So not a particular country. So yeah, everybody's heartily welcome to join us, of course.
Yeah, of course. Well, everyone is welcome. But there's going to be some countries. I mean, the World Cup itself, I believe it's actually Qatar or Dubai. It actually starts
Qatar,
with a
yes,
country where
Qatar.
yes. So I believe those with who have high bets risk in Qatar would actually would love to talk about the token, and a few what could actually be better than any BNB. I mean, I don't see anything else, right?
Well, I mean, what is better than receiving rewards in BNB? I wouldn't know myself, you know. I mean, of course, it's nice to get crazy promises on huge APIs paid out, but again, those are worthless because you're getting it in a token that's constantly increasing in its supply and therefore becoming worse by every reward payout, basically, because there is more and more tokens getting into circulation. The total supply is growing, and of course, due to that, the demand for the token or the token prices, I mean, it's getting lower, day after day, reward after reward. With us, I mean, we have a different system. We have a burn mechanism, and we have the payout in BNB. So I mean, what better can you expect?
I mean, yeah, that's actually true. I think I've seen one more person here. I think Baze is requesting to speak. So Baze has been approved to speak. So please, could you unmute your mic and ask your question? Baze, you've been allowed to speak. Please, could you unmute your mic and ask your question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, but you might need to change your microphone because it's quite noisy.
All right, sorry. My question is just about the tokenomic. How much of a plan do you plan on integrating the mining pool into your system?
I think that has already been discussed, but Pavel, could you just run a brief summary on that so that we can, get to the next question?
Could you please repeat the question because I didn't get it, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was asking about the mining, how he could. He was asking about the mining and how it connects, the project to the mining.
We don't have any mining. We don't have any minting. We have a set total supply, and it's constantly going down through the burn mechanism. So no, I mean, I was talking about mining earlier in the introduction of myself. I used to be mining 2017, but mining has nothing in common with this project. Mikasa, you're gone again, man. Can't hear you, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot for the answers. So, I was asking, would you give us a brief overview? We're running to the we're slowly running to the ending part of the AMA. So could you give us, a brief overview of the project, for those just joining in, and in case there's anything I haven't asked you that you would love to talk about, and none of the participants has also asked. Is there anything else?
Yeah, of course, I can give a brief overview for those who have joined lately. So we have the Shiba WorldCup project here. It's a sports betting fund run by a professional, by tipsters. Those tipsters are backed up by math analysis. We have fairly nice tokenomics where we use 50% of the profits that we get in from placing the bets. We use that amount to buy back and burn the token, so 50% of the profit. 30% is going back into the sports betting fund's treasury, so the fund is constantly growing. Then we are paying 10% to the team, 10% to those who are participating in staking. Staking rewards are at 100% API on an annual basis now. We are paying our rewards in BNBs. And those who are staking are also receiving rewards from the sales tax. And once we will move on to LBank from tomorrow on, they will also be receiving rewards from the buy tax. So it's a fairly nice passive income here. And the most important is that we are paying this passive income in BNBs.
Well, you heard it from presale himself. Presale it's a really, really wonderful project. I really want to appreciate you for coming down and taking your time to discuss the tokenomics and the dynamics of the Shiba WorldCup in itself. Ladies and gentlemen, crypto miners community, my name is Mikasa, your host. We just discussed about Shiba WorldCup. Just as a brief summary, like he said, they have a huge community, a lot of marketing. They've been listed on SEX and CEX listing, and they have a real business behind the project. They are a utility token with great staking, giving rewards in BNB from business with APR, and we could also talk about okay, give me a second, Brett. I think there are a few more people. Would you be able to entertain some more questions?
Sure, go ahead, man. I'm here with you.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna unmute Sarika. So Sarika, I think you've been allowed to speak. So please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go on.
I'm really excited to see that the app of Shiba WorldCup was launched on 10th of November. So is the interface of the app ideal for every user? And will there be exclusive bonus for the installation of the application or for being an active user of it? Hello? 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 Am I audible?
Rachel, did you get that question, or should she go about asking again?
I didn't hear anything. If you could recap for me, that would be just amazing.
Okay, I didn't really get it myself. Sarika, could you re-ask your question, please?
Is the Shiba WorldCup app released? You told that on 10th of November it would be released. Hello?
Yeah, did you get it now?
I'm asking about the interface of the app.
If you were able to listen to it, please tell it one more time. I didn't hear it, unfortunately.
I'm asking about the interface of the app.
Okay, I think I get it now. She's asking about the app's interface. Sarika also question about the app's interface.
And is there any exclusive reward for it if we participate actively on it? Any bonus or any?
Yes,
okay. Are there bonuses? If they participate actively in the events that are happening. I think you already touched on this before. Am I correct?
The What was the question? I'm sorry, I didn't quite get you. And please repeat it one more
Is
time.
the interface user-friendly?
Okay. She's asking about the interface of, your application. Is it user-friendly? Is there an application?
Look, there is a tab on our website where you can just click on and start placing, start to stake. We are working on our interface. We're constantly working on our website. It was already improved by quite a lot since we have started, and it will get further improvements. So as I said, what are we having now? We are having the opportunity to stake, and then we will also have the opportunity for everybody to see the bets that we are placing. So it will be constantly announcing what's happening, and of course we will have the burn bot that's going also.
So, but
also going to be announcing the burns that are permanently taking place. So we are working on the interface. We have started to bet a bit earlier than we initially thought. So we were planning to start betting on the 20th of November. So with the start of the World Cup. But we have started to bet earlier, and the interface is getting prepared now. So till the World Cup, everything should be set.
okay, thank you.
All right, Sarika. Thank you very much for your question. Presale, we really appreciate you coming here. We already ran a brief overview of dynamics already. Thank you very much for coming to Crypto Miners. We would appreciate that you could come up with a follow-up AMA, and I'd be happy to host you, to discuss what's new and the newest things that the updates that has been happening. Thanks for coming. Thank you everyone for your great questions. We appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody, also from my side. It's been a great pleasure to have the opportunity to talk to you all. Become part of this project. It's still in a very early stage. The market cap is currently running at 2.2 million. So with a bit of imagination, everybody can make up his mind where we are heading and where we are going. Tomorrow we have our L Bank listing on the 15th of November. And it was a great pleasure to talk to you all. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Presale. So if you were opportune, if you'd love to ask them a question and you weren't opportune to be here on the AMA, you could actually hit them up on their socials, and I'm pretty sure those in charge would love to answer any questions you have. My name is Mikasa Ackerman. I am your host. I'm signing out now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.